Morning to each and every one of you. It is February 27th of 2025, and we have so much to talk about, including some very sad news, as many of you have already seen, and we'll get right to that. But we are going to push on through the day. There's a lot to come today, including, well, obviously everybody's going to hear the big announcement over on the Pro Show, so I'll let him make that. It was made last night to the members only portion of that stream. You're going to want to stick around. It's big news. It's really important. But of course, right after my show is Morning Magic over on That Game Place Live, which everybody should be at, I hope. This show automatically redirects over there, and then it'll just continue on through the day, through the Mr. H podcast, and of course, all the way up until late evening to Comics Division. Don't forget, in between there, you have T3PO, Marvin the Movie Monster, and then hopefully your late night recap of everything entertainment on the Thursday night throwdown on Comics Division, as I said before. I want to say thank you to all of the amazing folks that were at last night's live show on WDW Pro, and I want to say thanks for being back here this morning, but I also want to say thanks for checking out all the videos this week and helping the channel grow. We need to share the stream, share the dream, share all the videos that you come across, and be sure to comment, hit the like button, and double check you're subscribed. If you want to make sure you don't get unsubscribed, the secret sauce is to watch 2 of my videos in a row. I know that sounds a little weird, but if you do that on a once a month basis, no matter what, you should stay in the algorithm and you should stay connected to the channels that you love. It's not, that doesn't just go for my channel, it goes for everybody. So 2 videos in a row will keep YouTube realizing you want to watch that content. Now, let's get to each and every one of you that we possibly can. We have an abbreviated time period because we are going to Mornings of Magic on every Tuesday and Thursday. A little bit shorter show, bonus time on Friday for sure. Weatherman is here 40 minutes ago. In fact, showing up here on the green machine and on the on the tube as well. Love that support. We got Captain Fandom Nerd out there. Saw him this morning on Loki's. Loki's is having a little shift, so we're going to see what Loki's going to do. Excited about that. I'm going to talk with him later today. We got Snortopoopas Cuber out there, our favorite polar bear. I do have a bear story for you. We got Terry Rose. It's good to see you. Good to see you. And yeah, we lost an awful lot of people on February 27th. Leonard Nimoy and Fred Rogers. Yeah. And now Gene Hackman, which we'll get to. That's the 4th story up and running. Our great friend and lovely compatriot, the lovely Sherry, is here. Good morning, dear. And Ms. Pick Cafe is over on the green machine managing Rumble Chaos, also here on YouTube. We've got more folks showing up this morning, like our good friend SFXF 314 Sabertooth Raptor. Crash is here. Good morning, Crash. I hope everything is going well, dear. And we've got a few other folks rolling in the door, like Mark Fields, who gifts a Culture Casino $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. $5 in Culture Cash says, today I wish everybody a great day of positivity. Culture, keep up the awesome work. I'm trying. I've got a Blake Lively story I don't know if anybody wants to talk about, but I'm going to measure your response to this morning's Blake Lively story to see if I should do a video on it. We've got Release the McCracken. Good morning, Robbie. Hope you're doing well. Be Mo Betta, going to be Mo Betta over there on the green machine. We got a few other super dupers, like from our lovely friend Ruby Hoove for 2 Culture Casino cash. Says, have a great day, everyone. We'll watch later. All right, just let me know in the comments below that you are part of the hashtag replay gang. That always is a way to let YouTube know that, I have people who watch after. We got a lovely gifty from the Ruby Hoove. Thank you so very much, dear. Much appreciated. One Decade actually was the recipient of that. I can now say that cleanly. And Virginia Bradley's here. Good morning, dear. Hope you're doing well. Probably bringing over a whole lot of folks from Follow the Bradleys Fun. Dan's Life at the Kingdom says, R.I.P. Gene Hackman. Yes, it is a terrible loss, and we will get there, I assure you. Juliet is here from across the pond saying, good morning, young Gandalf. Thank you for that, dear. And we are getting really close to go time, kids. So I want to say hi to Magnify over on the green machine. I want to say good morning to Kit Kat with a Kit Kat. And I want to say thank you to Jill Powers, who wrenches for me all the time. Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate you and all that you do. A few other folks need to roll through the doors before we get going, like my friend SFXF314 Sabretooth Raptor for 5 Culture Casino Cash, saying RIP the legendary actor Gene Hackman. There will never be another legend actor like him. Best Lex Luthor and some great military movies indeed. Not to mention the fact that he was also quite the Western actor in many Westerns. Just unbelievable. Unmatched. Just a great man. Quite the terrible loss, in my opinion. Commander Ed Straker Shadow, it's so great to see you on this wonderful Thursday morning. Hope everything's going well at the rehab. We've got Joseph A. here. Hail Culturians. Well, good to see you. And, of course, Butter Biscuit. Love it. All right, let's get going. Here we go. I hit the wrong button. Holy Kindler, good morning. Good to see you. Snakes and Funerals. Hello. Rogue Thinka. Wes, True Blood the Third. Good morning. And Joanna's here. Good morning, dear. Hope you're doing well. We got SFXF314 Sabretooth Raptor again. Yes, I love that Carillion ship. That was amazing last night. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, check out last night's WDW Pro Show Live. I did love it. I thought it was great. It was 2 cockpits. I was right. All right, everybody. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. And unfortunately, the great loss of a great man and his wife and his dog. If I were to guess, I would say this was carbon monoxide poisoning. Regardless, it is supposedly not any foul play suspected, which does seem to lead me to an accidental death for all 3 of them. And it's a real shame. Despite his advanced age of 95, I probably think he had more in him. And she did probably as well. And so did the dog. This is a terrible, terrible thing in their Santa Fe home. They were found yesterday afternoon. We only found out, I don't know, middle of last night. Crazy. And RIP Gene Hackman and his wife and his dog. AP, Reuters, and Bloomberg all whining about the fact that the White House gets to pick who is in the press room. Oh, no. Yeah, it's always been that way. As a matter of fact, the judge in the case, when the AP was complaining about not being allowed in the room, brought up the fact that, you know what? There's nothing anywhere that says that you have to be anywhere in any of these rooms. Freedom of the press, freedom of an independent and free press, doesn't necessarily mean all the outlets are going to get in the room. There wouldn't be room in the room. Not to mention the fact that the Oval Office is crowded enough, and there are a lot of places the press just don't belong. So there's that. Elon Musk is happy to go on with the whiny, meltdowny Jon Stewart to talk about DOGE on The Daily Show. They think this would actually happen. Elon's open to it, and it's not like, he has a lot he's doing right now. But I think that'd be a lot of fun, and the show said they'd be delighted. The only way he'd go on, though, is if the interview and conversation is unedited. And I don't know if Jon Stewart can do that. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of things that get edited that shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Moving on, we've got Paramount doing some editing to their DEI policies. I dropped a video on that that's actually down in the description below. You should probably check that one out. It's also pinned to the top of the comments if you're watching live. And check it out. Good conversation about why this was done and what they're trying to do to appease the Trump administration. Well, they kind of need to do this. And do we believe that it's real? Absolutely not. They still have the word inclusion, and at least they didn't add the word belonging, which means we would know that we're actually instituting bridge. Regardless, if any of these organizations try to, through subterfuge, fool the government, I think penalties should be harsh and fierce. And they should have the full weight of the administration come down on them, because I'm sick and tired of this. So are you. And look, we're all humans. We should all be treated the same. Blake Lively and Kendrick seem to be facing off in another Simple Favor trailer. The worst possible time for this situation, to be fair, dropping this trailer and this film at this time when Blake Lively's been revealed to be a straight up mean girl and not a good person. Baldoni is kicking her butt in the press, and I think I'm going to do a video on what's going on in the background, including around the social media shifts that have been happening. Sony, Warner Brother Pictures, and the Howard Hughes estate is going to be opening up a full-size studio in Vegas. This has always been a dream of Howard Hughes to be involved in Hollywood. Of course, he's dead long time ago. But what's great is this could actually happen. In his memory, we'll see. Pulling business away from Hollywood, which we'll get to in just a moment, but also pulling business, or moving it anyway, is this man here, John Malone. He is taking his Liberty Broadband and moving it to merge with Charter. And all the shareholders were like, bueno. So people are going to make a lot of money. John's going to make a lot of money. And I see some shifts in Warner Brothers Discovery in the future. Why? Because this is the guy right here that put that deal together. And maybe it's time to break it up. We've got California lawmakers introducing bills to modernize the film and tax credit program because they're getting their clocks cleaned between Georgia and Florida and many other states, New Mexico, Arizona, and now Las Vegas, Nevada. They're taking away their business. Why? Because it's much cheaper to work there, and you don't have to put up with Gavin Newsom or any of the neo-Marxism in California. So it's good. So they have to try to change the program. Speaking of changing the program, you can now start betting on the Oscars. Actually, you can start doing it back in 2019. And actually, the way that they calculate the lines on what's going to win the Oscars is the same way that you and I do when we were picking out the winners ourselves. We looked at what the other award shows had done and then kind of worked out the odds. That's exactly what DraftKings does when setting those for the Oscars. We've got the stock market yesterday climbing back up to beat its 4-day losing streak. And then following up today, NVIDIA is lifting Wall Street like crazy. Indexes are rising, and we are seeing positive notes there. NVIDIA sales, of course, in the fourth quarter, they surged to an all-time high for demand on their AI chips and their various products, including the Nano. We've got the Trump agenda moving forward, talking about the way to deal with taxes and the budget. And while this is going to make the deficit rise, I think we're going to see a lot of savings because of DOGE and other efforts at other departments as well. The Trump administration's going to actually start laying off federal employees at a large rate, so we'll start to see major shifts there. And we still have 4 stories to get to, so we're going to have a couple minutes of bonus time. So stick around, don't go anywhere, and we'll get through these last 4 stories, including some bear news, which I know you guys all want. Stick around. Let's go right now to bonus time. Welcome to bonus time. We're going to move on from that and just say the guy that got upset about Musk and Trump and made some threatening statements. Yeah, he was charged. Do not do this, folks. Do not do this. If you are upset with any situation like this, do not make threats. Don't make public threats. Don't make things that are believable threats. You're going to get in a lot of trouble. And people are seeing this now. We had I think a Libs of TikTok video come out about a lady that was like threatening all kinds of stuff. She is going to go to jail for a while because she's going to be investigated for what she admitted to and what she was threatening. Don't do this. The EPA head is now urging Trump to reconsider the scientific finding that underpins climate action. This is a fancy way to say the EPA guy that's in charge of the EPA now thinks that a lot of the green stuff is maybe not as dire or desperate as it's been claimed to be since the Obama administration. And that's where all this mess started. The deconstruction of America started with Obama when they started to destroy our ability to produce energy for ourselves. So this will be interesting to see where this goes. We've got France joining the U.S. in seeking access to Ukraine's minerals. That's right. Wouldn't take long for the sneaky French to get involved in trying to gank our minerals from out from underneath us. Ukraine is a terrible example of globalism at work, and now everybody's going to be picking up the scraps from that country. We've got Andrew Tate, who went through a whole lot of stuff, finally being permitted to travel, and he's already left for the United States. I can't imagine he'll ever return to Romania, and I have to tell you, he got out when the getting's good, because I believe they just elected their primary vote getter, or maybe that was, I think it was Romania. It was one of those Eastern Bloc countries. Anyway, crazy. And finally, let's talk about bears. Scientists have made a stunning observation of the hybrid growler bear and are very concerned that it does not have the ability to adapt. This is a growler bear, and it's kind of a hybrid, I guess. And the Arctic ice melts and the temperatures rise, which, by the way, the ice then refreezes. In fact, right now, we've seen in the last couple of seasons massive ice growth in the fields. But hey, that's not what they report. And an unexpected hybrid bear is beginning to shape the shifting landscape, the growler bear. Growler bears are the offspring of polar bears and grizzly bears. They're rare, but the striking consequences of something that now the EPA is challenging, they are apparently raising some intriguing questions about wildlife adaptation. A Greater Good recently covered this, and it signals deeper disruptions to the ecosystems. Guess what? Things have always adjusted to their climates. On that note, we need to get over to Mornings of Magic over there on That Park Place. So check out That Park Place next. You will be sent over there automatically if you're on YouTube. Want to grab a couple of things, including this gifty here from Hoove Gifty, and say thank you to everybody who helped out during this show. You are amazing. One final thank you goes out to the Amazing Wrenches. I just want to say thank you to Jill and to Captain Fandom Nerd and to Mr. Tickle Trunk and to many others out there that have been wrenching for me for a very long time. I just want you to know, Olaf and everyone else, I appreciate you. And I hope that the chat appreciates you as well. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. And until next time, see ya for real.
Why, hello there, random citizen.
Oh, hey there, little buddy. How's it going?
Have you subscribed to Culture Casino yet?
Well, no.
Friggin'
Oh!
These guys, I tell ya.
Oh!
Dang it, I missed. Why won't these guys just subscribe already?
That hurt.